Welcome to another new topic, unsymmetrical bending. In this video, we will be talking about a simple introduction about unsymmetrical bending and principal moments of inertia. Here you can see a bus, right? In this image, you can see a bus. Uh, when you see in P cars, the buses will be going like this. So it is bending like this, right? So you might have seen many buses like this. This is a funny example for unsymmetrical bending. Let us actually get into what is unsymmetrical bending and why should we talk about principal moments of inertia. So let us see symmetrical bending. You might have seen already in your lower semesters that symmetric. This is a symmetrical section, rectangular section. That is nothing but symmetric. The word is nothing but when you draw an axis, y-axis or x-axis. So if you see, the left side of the section will be like a mirror image uh, of right side section. That is nothing but the section is symmetrical about y-axis. Similarly for x-axis too. So however, for any symmetrical axis, when the load is applied exactly parallel to one axis, so let me say y-axis, and how the bending will occur like this, isn't it? So that we have already seen with some assumptions in theory of pure bending, and there by using this equation m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to I by r, with this equation you can easily calculate the moments and stresses, right? So if you say the load is acting in this direction, inclined manner, not in the direction of any principal axis, then what will happen? The bending will not occur in this way. See here, if you apply the load in this manner, inclined load, the bending will occur like this. That is nothing but unsymmetrical bending. For symmetrical section, if you apply load not parallel to the axis but in any inclined line, then you can get unsymmetrical bending. Then it is having a new neutral axis again. It is having a new set of axis, right? It is bending with along with this axis, right? And another case is there. So for example, unequal unsymmetrical section is there. Let me say ISA, Indian Standard Angle section, or angle section here, and this is having centroidal axis x and y. So if you apply load, what will happen? It will twist. It may be twisted like this. So if you apply this load, that may be twisted like this, right? Then it is bending or twisting by new axis. Those are principal axis. For the symmetrical section, whatever the centroidal axis are there, x and y, will be the principal axis. But here, for this unequal angle section, the new set of axis will develop when it is twisted. So that will be twisted by those axes which are known as principal axis. So let us know what are principal axis. Before that, let us talk the main topic here is principal moment of inertia and principal axis. Let us see a bit later, and before that let us again see what is unsymmetrical bending. So you might have understood with my explanation, for symmetrical two cases you will get unsymmetrical bending. Either section is symmetrical and having inclined load, then you will get unsymmetrical bending, or the section is unsymmetrical and it is having a load along any centroidal axis, then you will get unsymmetrical bending. These two cases will give you unsymmetrical bending. So these 2 points you have to remember most. The section is symmetrical but load line is inclined. The section is unsymmetrical and load line along parallel to any axis x or y. So these two cases you will get unsymmetrical bending. So we shall see in next classes about unsymmetrical bending with examples much more. So let us come back to principal axis. What are principal axis? Principal axis are those which product of inertia is zero. Before that, let us know what is product of inertia, as we have the term here. Let us see any body over here and having x and y. The axis x and y, and here a small element with area d I have taken, and this is the y coordinate is small y and x coordinate is small x, and having coordinate let me say x comma y, right? So if you calculate moment of inertia about x axis, so by definition moment of inertia is the area of the element, that is dA, multiplied by the square of distance up to the axis we are considering. So we are considering x-axis, so it is the square of distance y square up to there y square. So let me area multiplied by square of distance up to the axis which we are considering. Similarly, Iyy will be integral x square dA, that is square of distance up to y axis, that is small x square into area of the element dA, right? Then what is product of inertia? That is Ixy, that is dA, that is the area multiplied by the distance about y axis up to x axis, right? Up to x axis up to y axis. This is moment of inertia about both axes, right? That is a product of inertia we have to say. And the moment of inertia with respect to principal axis is principal moment of inertia. And what principal axis are nothing but at which place these xy Ixy will become 0, there that axis will called as principal axis. So let me tell you in another manner. Let us have the same body here, and this is x and this is y, right? And let me shift the new axis like this. Just a minute. Okay, let me shift the axis like this, 90 degrees. 90 degrees, if I shift this to 90 degrees, what will happen? This will become x and this will become y, and the same element we are considering dA will be at the regular place. And this is having this y coordinate is plus y and x coordinate will be negative x. That means what happens to new Ixy now? That is integral minus x into y, that is minus integral xy dA. So if you see, if when you twist this to 90 degrees, from positive to negative, the more product of inertia is changing to positive to negative. So in such cases, when it is change up to 90 degrees, it is changing its sign. So somewhere between those 90 degrees, it is getting to 0, right? That product of inertia will become 0 when it is changing from positive to negative up from 90 degrees. Between that 0 to 90 degrees, at some angle, this product of inertia will become 0. That axes are known as principal axis, and moment of inertia about those axes are is called as principal moments of inertia. So let us now see with an example clearly. We have to find out principal moment of inertia now. Okay, let me have the axis here, the line here, and this is having the body x y are the axis, same dA is there, and it is at the height. Y coordinate is small y, x coordinate is small x. Then it is shifted to new axis like this, x dash and y dash somewhere. But I'm not talking about the angle it is, because we need to find out the angle. We have to look at the principal axis. This is y dash, and for this the new coordinates will be y dash and small x dash. So let us use that, and let us now find out. Let us now find out and look at the principal axis. Just a minute. Let us look at the principal axis now. Let us only take two. Let us only take the axis. This is x. This is y. Okay, and this is shifted to new. Okay, before that, let me look at the point here, dA, that elemental area, and it is having this is small x and this is y. Okay, now let me take the new shifted axis with another color. Let me represent with another color. So this is x dash and this is y dash. Okay, and this is new coordinate will be y dash, and this will be x dash, right? So we got the new shifted axis and new coordinates, but we have to have the values of these two. We have to find out values of these new coordinates in terms of known old coordinates. So what should I do now? So let me say that is shifted by angle some theta, and also let me put a points, some points over here. Let me take another color again. So this is O, A, B, C, D, E, F. So wherever the intersections are there, I put points. Drop a perpendicular over here. Drop a perpendicular over here in order to form this as a right angle triangle. So I will tell you why. Okay. So this is what is next, G, and one more thing here, H. So all intersections are having points now, right? Right. Okay. Now let us take. Let us consider another color. Not to confuse, I'm taking another color. So let me have, okay, this. Okay, now let me take triangle BCG, this triangle, right? The triangle looks like this, right? But this is right angle triangle, this is 90 degrees, and this is the angle. Because this is parallel, these two are parallel lines, the angle will be theta over here, that is X, and this is B, C, and G, right? Okay. Now opposite to the angle is opposite side, adjacent right angle is adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. So let us find out what is sine theta now. Sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So what is opposite side here? CG by hypotenuse is X. Now CZ is equal to X sine theta. So CG value, this value is X sine theta. Let me write it here, X sine theta. And what is cos theta here? Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So that will be, what is adjacent side here? BG, hypotenuse is BC. That is BG by, the hypotenuse is nothing but, BC is nothing but X. BG is equal to X cos theta. So BG we got it as this value, X cos theta, right? Now let us take this triangle. This triangle, that is OCH, and this is angle theta, and this is opposite side. Opposite to the angle is opposite side, adjacent right angle is adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. Okay. Now what is sine theta here? Opposite side by hypotenuse. What is opposite side? CH by hypotenuse is this OC. This OC is nothing but small y, small y. So let me say this is y. CH by y, that is nothing but CH is equal to y sine theta. So CH value we got it as y sine theta. Now cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side? So this is adjacent side, OH by OC. So OH by y. Now OH is equal to y cos theta. So this is entirely y cos theta. So as we have this, now we almost there to find out the new values of new coordinates x dash and y dash in terms of known coordinates of old small x and small y. So what is x dash? So it is entirely blue, yellow color line represents x dash, right? So that is y sine theta plus x cos theta. Y sine theta plus x cos theta, and y dash is here. This y dash, sorry, this y dash is this y cos theta minus this x sine theta. So if you, so entirely this is a big line. This is y cos theta entirely. If you remove this x sine theta, you will get y dash. Y dash. That is y cos theta minus x sine theta. Right? Those are the new coordinates in terms of known coordinates and angle theta. Let us now move to find out moments of inertia. Before that, let me write it here. What are having the values x dash is equal to y sine theta plus x cos theta, and y dash is equal to y cos theta minus x sine theta. Take them as equations 1 and 2. Okay. Now, what are the moments of inertia? We have ix. We have seen ixx is equal to integral x y square d. What we have about old axis we have already known. So let me say about new axis. Ix dash x dash will be integral y dash square d. Right? What is y dash? This is what we have to substitute here. So integral y cos theta minus x sine theta whole square into dA. So that is nothing but y square integral y square cos square theta plus x square sine square theta minus 2xy sine theta cos theta into dA. So let us separate the terms. So let me write it as y square cos square theta dA plus integral x square sine square theta dA minus integral 2xy sine theta cos theta dA. And let us take out the constants. Cos square theta into y square dA plus sine square theta into x square dA minus 2 sine theta cos theta into xy dA. Right. So according to the old moments of inertia, we have cos square theta into, so what it represents, integral y square dA ixx, moment of inertia about old x-axis, and sine square theta into moment of inertia about old y-axis minus 2 sine theta cos theta. I can write it as sine 2 theta, right? Sine 2 theta into I, product of inertia about old axis, ixy. So that is ix dash x dash. Take it as equation number 3. Similarly, y dash will be integral x dash square dA. Substitute the value of x here and expand this as I have done. Now let me write the let me not consume more time. Let me write it directly. So entire process is very clearly given in the notes. You can see that. So let me write it simply. The process is same as I have done here, right? So let me write the value of y dash. So what I get is sine square theta ixx plus cos square theta iyy plus sine 2 theta ixy, and take it as equation number 4. This is what we get, right? So let us now find out their sum and subtraction. So let us see what we get. So let us add equations 3 and 4. So what we get if you add equation number 3 and 4, 3 plus 4, that is ix dash x dash plus y dash is equal to cos square theta plus ixx plus sine square theta iyy minus sine 2 theta ixy plus sine square theta ixx plus cos square theta iyy plus sine 2 theta ixy. Right. So what will you get now? Ixx into cos square theta plus sine square theta plus ixy into sine square theta plus cos square theta. So here cos square theta ixx sine square theta ixx sine square theta iyy cos square theta iyy. So I have written them, and minus sine 2 theta plus sine 2 theta ixy will be cancelled. So sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So ultimately we get it as ixx plus iyy. So ix dash x dash plus iy dash y dash. So from this I can conclude that I can give a simple conclusion that ix dash x dash is equal the sum of moments of inertia about new axis will be equal to sum of moments of inertia about new axis. So old axis are equal to new axis. Take it as equation number 5. And we let us subtract ix dash x dash and minus iy dash y dash. So in the same process you have to put negative sign here. What will you get now? So ultimately we will get it as ixx into cos square theta minus sin square theta minus iyy taken common cos square theta minus sin square theta. I am writing directly so you can see the notes for entire thing. So that is very easy to simplify. Entire thing is simplification. There is nothing unknown thing about it. Sin 2 theta. So what is cos square theta sin minus sin square theta? Sin 2 theta. Sorry, cos 2 theta, right? So let me write it as ixx cos 2 theta minus iyy cos 2 theta minus 2ixy sin 2 theta, right? So that is the value of ix dash x dash minus iy dash y dash, and take it as equation number 6. Now it is not over, so let us add equation 5 and 6. What will you get? If you add them, negative I by I dash y dash will be cancelled and 2i x dash x dash, that is nothing but by adding them you are finding the value of I x dash x dash, that is new moment of inertia about y x axis in terms of nulled moments of inertia and theta. So let me say that equations, adding equations 5 and 6. So ix dash x dash plus iy dash y dash plus ix dash x dash minus iy dash y dash is equal to, so add these two, ixx plus iyy minus, sorry, plus ixx cos 2 theta minus iyy cos 2 theta minus 2ixy sin 2 theta, sin 2 theta. So ultimately you will get, this will be cancelled, 2ixx will be written as ixx plus iyy by 2, because by 2 I am taking this 2 here, I'm writing 2 here, ixx plus iyy, 2 comes to denominator, this 2 by 2 I'm cancelling this 2 later, okay, plus ixx minus iyy by 2, this is common term is cos 2 theta minus 2ixy sin 2 theta. Please adjust with my handwriting, that is not very clear over here, right? Now ix dash x dash value in terms of world moments of inertia and theta we got it. Now take it as equation number 7. So if we subtract them, we'll get the value of ix dash iy dash y dash in terms of world moments of inertia and theta. Let us do that. So let us subtract 5 minus 6. So let me write directly the same process we have to follow. Let me write iy dash y dash value directly. We will get it as ixx plus iyy by 2 minus ixx minus iyy by 2 cos 2 theta plus 2ixy sin 2 theta. So all of you, please, everything is very clearly step by step given in the notes. So that notes link is given in the description. Please download that. Take it as equation number 8. So we got Iyy value. Now product of inertia we have to find out. Product of inertia, that is Ix dash y dash is equal to integral x dash y dash into dA. So what is x dash as given in the question? As we have found, y sin theta plus x cos theta into y cos theta minus x sin theta into dA, right? So ultimately we'll get the value. So let me write it directly, ix dash y dash. You have to separate the terms, you have to simplify, the same process you have to follow. So finally we get the values as sin 2 theta sorry, let me write ixx minus iyy by 2 into sin 2 theta plus ixy cos 2 theta. Take it as equation number 9. So after simplifying it, it is very easy. You have to multiply the terms, you have to expand. So ultimately you will get final value this. Now you have to find out most importantly the direction of principal axis. Direction of principal axis. So what are principal axis? I said where the product of inertia is 0, then that is called as, where product of inertia is 0, about which axis, those axes are called as moments of principal axis. So we have to find out this angle. For that we need to make this to 0, right? So let us do that. Let us do that in the next slide. So Ixx minus Iyy by 2 sine 2 theta plus Ixy cos 2 theta is equal to 0, right? So now I will write it as Ixx minus Iyy by 2 sine 2 theta mine is equal to minus Ixy cos 2 theta. Now I will write it as sine 2 theta by cos 2 theta is equal to minus Ixy my 2i. Let me write it as 2 minus 2Ixy, 2 comes here, by Ixx minus Iyy, right? So what is sine 2 theta by cos 2 theta? Tan 2 theta, right? Tan 2 theta is equal to minus 2Ixy by Ixx minus Iyy. Now what is actually tan theta? That is opposite side by adjacent side, right? So let us now form a right angle triangle. So this is 2 theta here, tan 2 theta, right? So it is this is 2 theta. Opposite side is how much? Minus 2Ixy. And what is adjacent side? This is Ixx minus Iyy. And this hypotenuse will be root over 2Ixy whole square plus Ixx minus Iyy whole square. Now, how can you write sine 2 theta? Sine 2 theta is opposite side by hypotenuse, right? What is opposite side? Minus 2Ixy by root over 2Ixy whole square plus Ixx minus Iyy whole square, right? And cos 2 theta adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is adjacent side here? This Ixx minus Iyy by uh, root over 2Ixy whole square plus Ixx minus Iyy whole square. Right? You got the values of sine 2 theta, cos 2 theta without having theta here from this. Now what we have to do is, in the place of Ix dash x dash and Iy dash y dash, you have to substitute these two newly obtained values. These newly obtained values. So cos 2 theta, sin 2 theta values we have. So we have to substitute it this Iyy and okay. Okay, we got the value of Iyy here. We have to, in place of cos 2 theta and sin 2 theta, new values we have to substitute. Same process for Ix dash x dash. So if you have patience, you do that. Otherwise, let me give you a direct value. So what I said, when this Ix dash x dash is becoming 0 and you are finding out the value of theta here, now they are principal axis. Let me now say the principal axis are u and v. Now I will write it as IUU. If you substitute these two values, then there will not be no more Ix dash x dash. Ix dash x dash is will be turning into IUU if you substitute the values of sine 2 theta and cos 2 theta over there. So finally you will get the value after simplification. Ixx plus Iyy by 2 by 2 plus under root Ixx minus Iyy by 2 whole square plus Ixy whole square. Next IVV will be Ixx, that is nothing but major principal moment of inertia, and this is minor principal moment of inertia. So we have more circle further too. We shall see in the next video more circle for principal moments of inertia. So this will be minus, same terms, entirely same thing, but only the negative sign will be introduced in place of positive. Iyy by 2 whole square plus Ixy square. Excuse me. Right. So these are now the principal. This is nothing but I dash. If you substitute in I dash y dash, you will get IVV. So UV are here principal planes. So if you do a problem, you will understand. So there is no notes. There is no clue was given in the notes, but I will give you a question here because already you have seen in your previous classes how to calculate moments of inertia, simple moments of inertia, and product of inertia. So if you could do it, do this on your own. So this is I'm giving you as some 120 mm, and the thickness as 20 mm, and this as 200 mm, and this is again 20 mm. So for this, you just please try on your own. So you have to find out principal moments of inertia. For that, what are the needed terms are Ixx, Iyy, and Ixy. If you could calculate, you can easily find out the principal moments of inertia. So only three terms you have to calculate. Then with, using them, you can easily find out the moments of principal moments of inertia. So do this problem. If you could not do it, let me know. I will tell you in the next video. But next video is about finding principal axis, locating principal axis with the help of Morse circle. I hope you understood that. If you get any doubt, please let me know. And notes will be downloadable in the from the link given in the video description below. Please go there and download the notes. If you get any doubt, please let me know. We are glad to solve your doubts. Thanks for watching.